expert. So this expert can act as a supervisor. Expert can act as a supervisor. How? Say always don't study like a subject. Correlate with the human brain system, nervous system, so that it will be easy. Right. So a task is given to the juniors. Task is given to the juniors. You people are very expert in doing like organizing some event or doing some project, whatever it may be. But the juniors are assigned some task. What we will do? Okay, it's not in our system, but in general, I'm saying you discuss with your seniors. They will be assist you, or they will check it. Or I may ask you to check. You please go and check whether she has or he has done the network properly, or she has organized it properly, or the presentation or the PPT, whatever has been made is correct or not. You please check. When I can say you to check, when you are expert in that, you have done multiple presentation and I am so happy, satisfied with your presentation, then I can ask your juniors to be verified with you. Clear? Once a system is trained very well, it is having enough practice, it can act as an expert system, it can act as a supervisor, so that whenever the juniors or the smaller tasks are assigned to a individual neurons, the neurons will be verified their operations result with the supervisor. So once the supervisor says it is correct, it can proceed. If not, it has to go with the backward propagation method. I'll explain you what it is. We'll take again the same example of identification of the colors. Okay. So imagine there are two kids in a house. One is doing some 3rd or 4th standard. Other one is only 2 years old, and the parents are giving a training about to identify the colors. So the training is being given. Then what the mother will do? You please check whether she is telling correctly or not. Before she is taken for the interview, the Anna or Akka will be checking with what the baby is telling correctly or not. Okay. So here, the elder one is acting as a supervisor because he or she is expert in that. She knows very well, or he knows very well. So we will be checking it. When it is making a mistake, when the output what is being produced by the elder one is wrong, what the elder one will do? Again, he or she will be showing all the colors. Hey, no, this is not correct. When it is a blue color and the baby says it is a red color, the Anna or Akka will be telling that no, this is the blue color only. The blue color will look like this. And for the same blue color, she or he may show some more examples and say this comes in blue color, this comes in blue color. So how the blue color looks like that kind of training. Once again, because the baby has done a mistake, the output is wrong. After output is wrong, so once again from the feedback backward way, the supervisor is training back to the training again. Okay, so then it will be undergoing the actual testing. Clear? So expert, this terminology is very important. Then as I was discussing about the adaptive learning. What is the adaptive learning? So it can easily adopt once I give the idea about it, it will be able to match with other things. So a human being will look like this. Again, I have said some attributes again now. So whenever the human being face comes, even there are some changes also, it will say that it is human, it is animal. That differentiation it will be able to do. And then again, in the human category, who is that? Whether it is Rimal, Abhishek, Vijay, whoever it is, that will be identified again by adding some more features into that. Some more learning, some more training will be given. Keep your mobile phone in your front page. So what is the adaptive learning? Please make a note of it. It is an ability to learn. It is an ability to learn how to do tasks. Based on the data. How to do tasks based on the data given for training, based on the data given for training or initial experience. Got it? Adaptive learning. So based on the training already given, it will be able to perform the task. It will be able to perform the task. That is adaptive learning. So once you train the system, it will be able to have the capability of adaptive learning. Number 2, the second advantage is self-organization. 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 Please make note of it. And ANN. What is ANN? Artificial neural network can create its own organization. Can create its own organization. This is what is very, very important. Though it is a machine, we are making it to act as a human brain. Right? That is what is exactly the neural network. So everything you cannot feed. So you train the system and then it should act as it is, as its own. Okay. So how the human behaves according to the situation, according to the scenario, we will be able to react and respond in the same way the machine has to do. That is what the intention behind it. Okay. So an AI can create its own organization or representation of the information it receives during the learning time. During the learning time. Okay, so as of now, just I have briefed about what is a neural network. We are going to see now an engineering approach of neural network. So all those things has been explained with the biological approach. Okay, with the human brain, we compared everything and how the human does, how the training should be given to a baby or a person. In the same way, we are training. Okay, so an engineering approach of a neuron. What is a neuron? So neuron is a thing which is there in our body, in our brain. It is a nerve kind of thing. Okay, but here in the computer point of view, engineering point of view, what is a neuron? What is a neuron? Okay, so we can say that it is an engineering approach. Engineering approach on neuron. An artificial neuron is a device. Please make a note of this. An artificial neuron is a device. It is a device with many inputs and complete the statement. Many inputs and one output. Okay, that's the reason I showed that simple diagram. I did not erase that. With many inputs and one output. So the basic thing, if you learn thoroughly, or the rest of the things we can go a little faster. So this is the simple neuron from the engineering perspective. It is a device. There it is a nerve. Here it is a device. So the device will take many input and it will produce only one output. Many input, one output. Another perspective or point about the neuron. The neurons has two modes of operation. Each neuron will be having two modes of operation. One is training mode. The other one is using mode. Training mode and using mode. I think you can understand what it is. In the training mode, the neuron will be trained to do something or to fire something with some particular pattern. Only a few activities, not the everything. Okay, because depending upon the activities, what it is supposed to do, we give the training. Everything at the beginning itself we cannot Wait. Wait state. Execute. Block. Execute. Terminate. Okay. So if it is a normal flow, create, wait, execute, terminate. Okay. Because the process has to get a chance to be executed. Till then it will be put up in the wait state and then execute, terminate. When the process is getting executed, some event occurs, some interrupt occurs, due to which the process has to be taken away from the processor and it will be, there is an interrupt. Okay. So again it will be put up in the blocked state. So from the blocked state, wait, execute, terminate. Correct? So a process is in various states. Similarly, the same neuron can act as two different things, can be put up in two different modes. So it can either be in the training mode or it can be in the using mode. Very simple self-explanatory paper. When you join for a job, initially you will be a trainee. You will be a trainee. You will not be given any project. You will be only getting trained. And then once you are qualified that you are trained very well, then you will be assigned a project and then you will be used. You will be used. As simple as that. So here training mode where the training will be given. Have you written that? In the training mode, the neuron can be trained to fire for a particular input pattern. For a particular input pattern. This again you can correlate. You are placed in TCS. You are given a kind of training. So with this training, immediately you want to join Infosys, it will not work out. Which profile, which domain they are working for, under which only they would have given you the training. Okay. Whereas when you go to some other organization, some other company, obviously the domain on which they are working on that you should be trained. So there also again you need to get a training. So on a specific task only you will be given training. Everything cannot be given in the same training. Next, in the using mode, when a thought input pattern is detected, when a thought that is trained, when a thought input pattern is detected at the input, thought input pattern is detected at the input, its associated output becomes the current output. Its associated output becomes the current output. What they are trying to say, you are given a training on a particular task, but the input given to you is totally different. You have studied very well on a particular textbook. When you come for the examination, the question what you see is totally out of the book what you prepared. If you are trained very well, if you have prepared the given textbook, same question if you are getting, you will be able to write the answer. If not, what you will do? Say, I don't know, you will not write, or it is out of the book or out of the syllabus or something like that. So for which again you need to get trained. You are appearing for some competitive examinations. You prepared in one place. Okay. So this is how it will come. In the manner you are preparing, you have referred few question papers, you prepared, or just take the NPTEL examination if you are having experience in it. So you are appearing one examination where you prepared only from the assignment question papers. You got very good score also. For the next examination also in the same way you are preparing only from the assignment question papers, but you are not getting any question from the assignment questions. Correct? So sometimes whatever the input you see that you have seen already. So corresponding output you will be able to produce. But sometimes when you see the input that is not at all matching with the training what you got, with the preparation what you had, and at that time again a different kind of training must be given. So here you have to reappear for the examination. Once again you enroll, register and then reappear in the same way only. Even the recollect somewhere I studied, but I am not remembering. So it will take some time, and somehow you can associate with that, and you will be able to produce the output. But if you are not at all studying, you are not at all trained at all, obviously you will not be able to give the output. Okay, so that is what is about this. In the using mode, there may be two possibilities. One may be the trained data you may see, so that the associated output can be produced. The other one may be the data what you see is not at all taught you. The problem what is given it to you is never thought by us. So how will you appear that? How can you face that problem? Yes. So in the using mode, when a thought input pattern is detected at the input, its associated output becomes the current output. If not, what could be the other case? If the input pattern does not belong in the thought list of input, the not important thing, all are basics only I am teaching you today. If the input pattern does not belong in the thought list, if the input pattern does not belong in the thought list of input patterns, the firing rule is used. The firing rule is used to determine firing. About firing we will discuss later. Firing rule is used to determine whether to fire or not. Whether to fire or not. Whether to fire or not. I will give you example again with respect to your examination itself. You go to the examination, see the question paper. Okay. So if you are very sure that it is out of syllabus, the question what has been asked is nowhere connected with it, confidently you will write the question number and write something into that. Okay, it is not correct, but you concept is correct, but somewhere they are wrong on something. So you will attempt, but you will not get the output. You will not be able to write. So from the evaluation point of view, what we see, simply you have left that, or you try to attempt. You try to attempt. If you have attempted, you can be given or the decision whether it is out of question or you don't know. If we have studied all the 5 units thoroughly, you will come to know it is out of question. Otherwise, we cannot take such decision. Correct? Whether it is a trained set or not. When I see the input, compare with whether I learned it or not, I should have trained properly. I should have got proper training. I should have prepared very neuron will be trained with multiple data set, multiple data, multiple input to produce a single output. Earlier in all in the traditional system, when you are or even now also is still doing, when you are opening an account, you need to give 3 of your signatures. 3 of your signature. Do you know that? 3 signatures you will give, and later whenever you put your signature, over a period of time, your signature may change slightly, but some strokes and all will be checked accordingly only. Your signature will be verified. Okay, that is the reason every time you cannot be able to put the same signature. Sometimes the size will be smaller, sometimes it will be bigger, and when we are putting the signature, sometimes we drag like this, sometimes we do like this, and right, you would have faced this experience and all. So that's the reason multiple data sets will be taken from you. So when you are giving the in the real time, if you are giving the input, it will be compared with all the models, and whichever is matching it will be accepted. Suppose if it is not matching with all the set of data, only then it will be denied. Signature is not matching. So here to produce one output, multiple kind of input will be trained with the multiple data set, like multiple signatures are registered. Whenever you give your signature, that needs to be compared with that. So many data that each neuron will be teaching the neuron to produce the output. So this is the simple neuron structure. Now let's see the various types of neurons. There are various types of neurons. They are neural network. Third, coherent self-organizing neural network. So each one will be having a specific task. Okay, as I mentioned, your neural network is connection of multiple neurons. So each neuron is named separately depending upon the task is being assigned to them. So first one is feed-forward neural network, where all are artificial neurons. All are artificial neurons only, but the simple one is called like that. Then radial basis function. Radial basis function alone will be done. Each one will be explained later. Third one, coherent self-organizing neural network. Self-organizing. Because we have discussed various advantages, adaptive learning, self-organizing. So for the self-organizing part, they themselves will align and do some particular task. For that, this type of neuron will be used. Then recurrent neural network. In simple, this is called as RNN, recurrent neural network. So this is mainly for long or short-term memory. Long very important thing. Types of neurons. Feed forward neural network. Let us discuss one by one. After this, feed forward is simplest what we saw as a neural network type that we have taken for one unit only. Like that combination of multiple units. Okay, feed forward now. So input will be forwarded to one level hidden layer, and that layer again will be verified if there is any discrepancies. That also will be sorted out by the layer 1, and that will be forwarded to the next level. Like that it goes on moving forward with the next layers till it reaches the output. Till they get the accurate result, it will be forwarded. Feed and forward. What will be fed over there? The output produced by one layer will be fed to the next layer. Right? First level, it will be feeding the output what they are producing to the next layer, and they will be considering this input and they produce another output that will be fed to the next layer. Like that it goes on. That's why it is named as feed forward neural network. So like each one is having a separate unique functionalities. We will see one by one. Radial basis, coherent self-organizing, recurrent neural network, convolutional. That is one of the very important concepts again. Convolutional network and modular neural network. Let's see feed forward. Feed forward neural network. Please take a note of it. The data, this is the simplest model. Feed forward neural network is the simplest or basic model, we can say. Simplest model where the data or the input travels in one direction. Data or the input travels in one direction. The data passes through the input nodes. The data passes through the input nodes and exit on the output node. Exit on the output node. So once you see the diagram, it will be very clear. Self-explanatory is also. Okay, this will be an extension of the one what I do already. Okay, so here I am taking 4 of 8 it must reach. 8 complete drawing it.